Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the brand new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Howard the Duck. In this film, based on the comic book character, Howard the Duck is suddenly beamed from Duck World, a planet of intelligent ducks with arms and legs, to Earth, where he lands in Cleveland, Ohio. There he saves rocker Beverly from thugs and forms a friendship with her. She introduces him to Phil, who works at a lab with scientist Dr. Jennings. When the Doctor attempts to return Howard to his world, Jennings instead transfers an evil spirit into his own body. Going into this review, I've never seen Howard the Duck before. I've heard the myths, I've heard the legends, I've heard the amazing memeness of this movie, and it did not disappoint in that respect. This is the first movie ever based off a Marvel comic property, and I don't know why they chose this one to start off with. This movie is odd, it's a little bit perverted, it's not very funny, and it's just an oddity. I don't know what was going through George Lucas's mind back in the 80s after he made Indiana Jones and Star Wars. I don't know what planet he was on, but this movie was a bust back then. It's been a bust ever since, so I don't know why it came out on 4K, but I was happy to watch it, and I had a lot of fun with it, just roasting it the entire 2 hours of its runtime. So I think the movie is a fun one-time watch if you want to just watch a travesty happen on screen, but is the 4K transfer any good? Let's find out. So if you decide to pick up Howard the Duck on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, you have two different versions to pick from in the United States. There is the Best Buy exclusive steelbook and the standard edition slipcover we have here. And on the cover, we have Howard the Duck in this classic poster design. On the back, we have information about the movie, its technical specs, as well as what special features are offered. This is what the spine looks like. And then when you take off the slipcover, you have the same artwork on the case itself. And when you open it up, this is what the Blu-ray disc looks like. And then here is that 4K disc. For visuals on Howard the Duck, we have native 4K, and this is full screen, so you will not have black bars at the top and the bottom, and for the most part, this picture looks really great. Other than some questionable CGI and visual effects in the third act, I think this picture looks pretty great and pretty clear throughout most of it. I was surprised, actually. There isn't a tremendous amount of grain, even though it was shot on film back in the 80s, and overall, there's a lot of detail in people's faces, a lot of the colors are very vibrant, and there's just a great use of cinematography and color and HDR in this movie. I think it looked pretty good. I wasn't complaining too much about the visuals until the last act when there's some stop motion going on, there's some CGI going on, and it was pretty rough at the end. But other than that, I had a good time visually with Howard the Duck. For audio on Howard the Duck, we have a DTS-X track, and again, I think this is another solid track. This isn't a movie that has the biggest soundtrack or the biggest score or the most sound effects. It's just a solid mix. You could always see the dialogue, which is sometimes a problem when you have movies this old coming to 4K for the first time. And it was just a pleasurable experience overall. The audio was never the problem on Howard the Duck. It was just the story and the plot overall. So would I recommend Howard the Duck on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? I'm going to say yes. This is a day one pickup. And you're probably thinking, why is he giving it that rating? He just said the movie's horrible. And I think that's true, but as a one-time watch for $20 or $25 if you pick up the steelbook, I think it's worth it. This is an oddity. You're going to want to show this to your friends. You're going to want to play it at parties and just have them roast it the entire time. No intended, roasted duck. So I would recommend Howard the Duck. I would definitely show it to a friend again someday just to roast the hell out of it. It was okay, so day one pickup here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
A duck in big trouble.
That's a duck, man.
Howard the Duck, trapped in a world he never made. Coming from George Lucas, a Willard Hike film, a Gloria Katz production.